Welcome to YouTube. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. Friday morning. 55 degrees here in Hampstead. What is today? The 29th of May. And we have two deliveries. They are both in the van. Let's get Rosie. Let's wake up Rosie. Come on, Rosie. Here we go. Let's see. There you go. Come on. Here she goes.
Connected to YouTube live stream LDR6AEBLWBK. Connected to YouTube live stream LDR6AEBLWBK.
Yo, Rosie's awake. She started up exactly as expected. Here we go. Lights on, seatbelts on for safety. And where are we going? We're going to Lenny's to pursue some happiness. Oh, you know what? I didn't do I was going to make a contest about the Lenny's sign. Is the Lenny's sign fixed? I did go back a couple of days and I noticed that the light was out. So it took us a couple of days to realize that the Lenny's light was out. But if it's still out, I'll try to get that set up today when I get home. I had a very productive day yesterday. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a green light here. It's Friday morning, right? So, yeah, there's nobody commuting this morning. Quiet, summer, Friday. This is the first unofficial Friday of summer, right? Because we're after Memorial Day now. You can wear white, everybody. So FYI. I won't be wearing white. I usually wear black, but you can if you want to now for a few months. Don't get carried away. All right, we got Lenny's and What a Day in the van. Lenny's is a this truck? I got a truck on my left. It's like, looks like it wants to pass me. Maybe, maybe not. Not gonna work. Okay, here we are. Lenny's deliveries, I guess it's normal. It's about the normal size. And What a Day's got they've got 132 donuts. It's a pretty good order for them. And then, yeah, they've got a pretty heavy order. It's going to be sunny today. It is 55 now, but it's going up to the 70s. And it looked to me, I did take a quick look at the weather this coming week, and it's going to be good. We're going to have some sunny days, and the temperatures are going to be in the 70s. I think they might be getting up close to 80, but still, that's pretty comfortable. So, yeah, we got some good days coming up. I might get outside, try to film a little bit. Yesterday, a little tiny mic on tiny speaker. There's supposed to be, like, you could just clip it onto your shirt. And I'm thinking, this is why I did that. Because I'm thinking about doing like a walk through Reisterstown, or like, if I'm going to walk around Baltimore or something and live stream. First of all, I'll probably do some of that with just doing a video. But, oh, this guy's going to pass me. Here we go. There you go. No, that's not the guy that's a new one.
Scott Vermeeren says, Greg, what's up for today?
Hey, good morning. We got two deliveries today, so it's pretty normal Friday. Lenny's is a pretty normal size delivery. What a Day is normal, but on the upper end of normal. They're pretty heavy, pretty good. They got 132 donuts. And yeah, Have your temperatures dropped a little bit? We finally got rid of the rain. It's clear. Yesterday was nice.
Thomas Stop Ramirez says, ooh, BK on the road.
Yeah, we're going to have sunny weather for days. It's at least 5 or 6 days straight. We're supposed to be sunny. Temperatures are pretty nice. So we made it through that rainy spell. Ooh, we just killed a bug. A bug just died on our windshield. Fortunately, it's not in front of the camera. This guy's gonna. I got one more guy. This guy's gonna pass me no matter what. I could be going 100 miles an hour, and this guy is determined to pass me. No doubt they're from Pennsylvania. People that come down from Pennsylvania drive a little faster than the Maryland people. I mean, I guess it's because they've come from a further. Oh, our gas prices are down too. This station I think was $4.19. So, yeah, our gas prices
Thomas
have
Dot
dropped.
Ramirez says IRL and I saw 2X in repeat. At Thomas Dot Ramirez says, Greg, what's up for today?
Pretty normal Friday. Pretty normal. It's going to be nice. The weather's going to be good. So hopefully, I'll be helping in the bakery for a little while after the deliveries. But maybe I'll get it out around noon. How about your temperatures? What's going on with your temperatures? Have they finally broken? Oh wow, it's only 5:17. We got out of I didn't realize I was leaving the bakery a little early today. That's good.
Thomas Dot Ramirez says only me and you today and the temp. After tomorrow lesser not too hot, yes.
After tomorrow. So you've got one more day of heat, or 2 more days after tomorrow. Oh, I saw a news story. I meant to say, I was sorry to hear. I heard a news story about some kind of accident with a school bus. I think it was a train and a school bus. And I don't remember. I know it was a pretty bad accident in Belgium.
Thomas.Vermeeren says 9 a.m. UTC at the moment. Tomorrow rain. Yes, my dad said that was happened. Not nice indeed that with that bus.
Oh, so you're going to get rain. Yeah, that makes sense. Usually rains. If you're going to have a change in temperature like that, you usually get rain on the day when
Donna
it's
says
happening.
morning, Craig and Thomas.
Hey, good morning, Donna. Happy Friday.
Anna says yes indeed.
Is your weather also going to be pretty good the upcoming week?
Thomas.Vermeeren says Craig. Which media of Belgium where you saw that news and hi to Donna too?
I saw it on YouTube. So I think it was just a clip.
Anna says some periods of Ryan.
Is that today? You're going to get a little rain today? I think we're done with the rain finally down here. Yeah, Thomas, it was a YouTube clip from a news
Anna
channel.
says yes, think so. At Thomas.Vermeeren says which YT channel? Was it VRTNWS?
I don't remember. It was a television reporter. I mean, it was definitely a clip from a TV station. But I don't remember the name of the station. I didn't realize. Actually, Belgium is probably the reason I probably saw I probably got the YouTube clip sent to me is because I think I had looked up Belgium. So, but I noted I didn't know Belgium was like your country is actually younger than America. Like, wasn't it 1830, if I'm remembering correctly, that you declared your independence? So that I didn't realize that. You've got your 200-year anniversary coming up in a few years. That's pretty cool. I remember America's 200th anniversary.
Anna says how many stops today?
2 stops. We've got
At Thomas.
We've got
Ramirez says
Lenny's.
BRTNWSBRF, RTDF, Info BX1, Cruise R Public and BTM News, RTL Info, Lane 24R Private and Yeset, 30,200 years of Bell America is older than USA. He.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. We've got 2 deliveries, Lenny's and What a Day. They're both pretty normal sized deliveries. Let's go down the business route. Bob left the bakery maybe 10 minutes before I left. He's going down to Baltimore to a restaurant depot to get pickup. I guess he doesn't.
Anna says have to see if sign is fixed.
Yeah, and I looked. I forgot to put the put a contest out there.
Thomas. Ramirez says America is the world part where USA is in. America isn't a country. He.
Well, that's a good point. You are correct. You are correct. I went back and I looked. I didn't go back too far, but I went back a few days, and the Lenny sign was actually out a couple of days ago. So I don't know when it started, but yeah, we're gonna have to set up a contest to see when we think the sign will be fixed.
Thomas. Ramirez says Greg, at which places we drive at today.
Lenny's and What a Day. Lenny's and What a Day. And that's the normal Friday. Actually, it's Friday
says,
and
good morning,
Saturday.
Craig and everyone. At Donna
Hey,
says maybe they will just change same to lens.
Yeah, maybe they'll just remove the other letters. Now look, the school still has their flags up. See all the flags on the right-hand side? Memorial Day flags. I wasn't online too much yesterday. I watched the skater a little bit, the guy that's skateboarding across America. I watched him
Thomas.
for a little bit.
Ramirez says hey holla. Holla says is this a different road? I don't remember it. At Thomas. Ramirez says Craig, had are the names of the places you drive at today. At Holla says hello Thomas. At Thomas. Ramirez says what?
We are, the names of the places are Lenny's Deli. That's the one where we got the sign contest that's coming up. And What a Day are the 2. The guy that's roller skating, his name's Chad. The guy that's roller skating across America. I was watching him at one point yesterday, and the skateboard kind of tripped him up, and he didn't fall, but he kind of jumped off the skateboard. And he's been one of his knees is giving him problems. And it seemed like he was in an awful lot of pain, but then later on...
Thomas. Ramirez says
he seemed
always
okay.
Nice to say the names always foreseeing and repeat in the future, before us all.
It is good to know where we're going. I agree. Our gas prices are definitely coming down, by the way, everybody. Like I've been seeing $4.15, $4.19. So we're dropping like 10 cents, 20 cents every couple days. Be nice to get back in the threes. We killed a bug this morning, by the way, everybody. It's not in front of you, but look. See the bug?
Paula says I was watching the skateboarding for a short bit. It doesn't look too safe.
No, you're absolutely right. It doesn't. I mean, he was on a couple of highway type. I mean, he can't do it on an interstate, but he was on a couple of highways going through Texas, where he had very little shoulder, and sometimes he can't really skateboard on the shoulder because it's too rough. I mean, there's gravel, and it's not a material you can skateboard across. So yeah, it's a little scary sometimes.
Paula says, what's the lowest gas price you remember? At Thomas.Vermeeren says nice places of driving at 2-day. Always nice to know the names of them, so we can search after and repeat rewatching, not.
What was I going to say? Okay, I had a thought. Then it'll come back. Oh, the lowest gas prices. Now, do you mean like before the whole issue in Iran? Like, we were down below 250 way back when. I think we had gotten down to like 235 was maybe the lowest I saw it at one point. So yeah, we were well under $3. I remember when we broke 250 finally after a while. So I'm pretty sure we were like in that. The lowest I saw was probably around 235.
Paula says no in your life. What's the lowest?
Oh, in my life. Oh my goodness. That's a good question. I don't remember what it was when I started driving. I'm sure that's around the time it was the lowest, but I want to say it could have been under $1. I think I remember gas when it was less than $1. I mean, that might have been before I started driving.
Thomas.Vermeeren says I like the French pastel colors on the road. Are we at his top?
We have come down this route a couple times. I think we did it the last couple of days. Because I come this way if I want to check on, see if there's a building going up or something like that. Like Raising Cane's, like supposed to open next week. It's on the left up here. That's what they're doing. They're probably working on the parking lot. But right over there on the left-hand side is the restaurant that's going to open. This business route runs parallel to the highway that we usually go down. I don't know. Holla, what price do you remember? Do you remember gas when it was less than $1? I mean, I remember.
Thomas. Vermeeren says as PA is the ISO abbreviation of Pennsylvania COP ETW. At Hollis says yes, it was a two-way one lane, not much of a shoulder, and he was traveling against traffic.
Yeah, he goes back and forth like that sometimes. What is that guy doing? Oh, that was a good move. Well, I don't know why that person's not making a right hand. Oh, they don't have to. Did you see the guy come from the left hand side? There are 4 lanes. He comes over from the left hand lane and makes a right hand turn in front of all of us. That's a crazy intersection right there. I saw him get clipped by a car's rear view mirror one time. It wasn't going at highway speed, but it was probably going like 20, 30.
Which USA state we are at the moment?
Oh, we're in Maryland. I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't know that was the question. Yeah, we're in Maryland. We're usually in Maryland. The only time we venture up to Pennsylvania is when I make those trips up there to pick up supplies at Weaver's. Like last Tuesday, we were there. I've been going there more frequently, but I can go sometimes months without going up there.
Hollis says not specifically, but I am sure I have seen it under $1. I definitely remember 150s. At Thomas. Vermeeren says Maryland is very Europe the USA way.
That's true. That's true. I mean, the bakery where I'm driving from, that bakery is about 15, maybe 15 miles south of Pennsylvania. So we're not too far from Pennsylvania when I'm at the bakery. Yes, Maryland was one of the original 13 colonies. People at the gym. It's a pretty good amount of people at the gym. Oh, Canada Dry's here again, remember? The Lenny sign is out. We've just got Len. So there he is, Len. All right, so we're gonna have to work that. We're gonna have to create a contest for that. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have a feel exactly for how proactive the management of Lenny's is. All right, here we go. go in and get the rack. Let's get the rack. Oh, I see the Canada guy driver is still in the truck. So I don't know if he's made his delivery.
Morning.
Good morning. It's Friday. Oh, I'm supposed to check. Oh, I thought that I pick up a paper to put in the door. Hey, how are you doing? Good. I pick up a paper to put in the door. Grab two of them. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Canada dry guys just walk.
Thomas Vermeeren says Novo Belgica area when NYC was New Amsterdam.
Oops. I try to be mindful when I'm carrying the camera. To you guys. Like, I don't like it.
If you were going to have a neon sign failure, I would choose it to be in the summer rather than winter.
That's true. It's a little more pleasant to fix it. All right, we got the cookies, we got the Danish. And we got the cakes. Oh, here you go. Oh, they got 10. 10 black and white cookies. Look right there. Look how. Look. Check it out. Black and white cookies right there. Oh. 10 of them. Oh, look. This guy thinks I'm talking to him.
Well, it's in more daylight, so it's less noticeable.
Oh. True. I mean, it really could be off by now. I think that guy thought I was talking to him. The Canada driver. Oh, I know. I was going to tell you about. I got to tell you something I bought yesterday. It was supposed to show up to. Don't you? You ever buy something from Amazon? Oh. Got it. Thank you. Let me go check and see if we got Let's check. Oh, wait a minute. I'll try not to forget that I have a story. Good morning.
Tell you a boy there.
Oh, man. Think we got a check?
Yep. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Oh, man. Thank you. Why?
It's only 2 days on
Oh, yeah.
the. It can't be right.
No. That's not going to be right. Oh, well. It's always something. All right. Oh, I got to get my trays.
Oh, yeah, all right, buddy. Okay, all right, man. Okay. All right. Okay, man. Okay. Well, I'm working in the yard. They don't mind saying yes, okay? They don't do nothing. I don't care what they say.
There you go.
All right, my man.
All right. See you later.
Not from here and says, but streaming in 21. Nice cinematic theater mode is nice, but the format must be wider.
Okay. All right. Grab this. Canada Dry. All right. I got to check. But they usually pay us like once a week, and there's only 2 days on here, so that's kind of something right. Something right. Okay. All right, let's put that there. Stuff on the windshield. I'm gonna try. Just wipe, because I also want to see if I can get this bug. Here we got the. This bug just died this morning. We didn't really get a proper burial. It's amazing how fast a bug's body can dry. All right. Let's see if I missed anything here. Seatbelt, seatbelt. I think I can turn the light on. I feel like I wasn't able to pay attention while I was there. Why 10, not a dozen? I don't know, Hollow. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know why they come up with the numbers they do. I think what happens is somebody goes through the display cabinet
Anna says Amazon story.
in the afternoon. Oh yeah, the Amazon story. This cabinet's dry, really Canadian. I think it was born in Canada. I don't know where it. I mean, I'm sure this stuff that he's delivering is probably not coming from Canada, but. Okay, I think
Thomas Vermeeren says, but if the bug was alive, you can blow him away with your mouth to not kill him.
I don't want to get my mouth too close to the bug. Have you ever had a bug fly in your mouth? Speaking of bugs.
Paula says, yeah. What did you order?
All right. So,
Paula says, yeah. What did you order?
oh, look. Now, you typed that twice. I would have questioned whether she read it twice because she's being spunky, but that looks like you typed it twice. Anyway.
Thomas Vermeeren says bugs are beautiful.
And tasty. I ate a cicada one time. The Canada guy truck. That truck is gone. Look, I don't even know.
1973 says, good morning, everyone. Have a good day.
Hey, Toya, how are you doing? Good morning. Happy Friday. That the Canada Dry truck left, and I didn't even notice it. Like, what is going on? Okay. We're on our way to what a day. So the Amazon thing. So yesterday, I got this idea that if I was going to live stream and walk, I was going to walk through Reisterstown and maybe just see there are a lot of antique shops and stuff. And
Paula says, yes, I have swallowed many bugs. Once a bee. Thomas Vermeeren says, hi, Toyo. Welcome in today. Paula says, good morning, Toyo.
Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking, well, if I'm walking, I can look at this. I can look at the YouTube.
1973 says, hi, Thomas and Hala and the Bug Killer.
But
Thomas Vermeeren says, is Canada Dry really Canadian?
I think it might have been originated in Canada, but I don't know now where the company is from. So if I'm going to walk with the camera on my gimbal and I'm walking along, I thought I'd still like to be able to hear the chat instead of trying to read it so that I can kind of like pay attention to where I'm walking. And so I just thought, hey, I wonder if there's a little speaker I could like clip on my shirt. And, of course there is. So I found one. And it said it would be delivered between, I was doing this early in the morning yesterday. It said it would be delivered between 2 and 6, 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. And I thought, oh, this is great. I can test it out today and see what see how it works. So around 5:30, it hadn't arrived yet. So around 5:30, I go into Amazon to see like where it is.
Thomas Vermeeren says, Greg, don't kill the bug. It was already dead. So
they said in Amazon it said, oh, now we're sorry, but your package is going to be delayed. Now it's going to be there by tomorrow at 6 p.m. Like today. In other words, I'm supposed to show up today now because they had some kind of delay in some warehouse or distribution center or something. But isn't that a bummer? Like how? First of all, it's totally amazing that you can order something and have it delivered to you like 6 hours later. I mean, that's kind of crazy. But then when you think you're going to get it in 6 hours and all of a sudden now you're not getting it until the next day, you're like, oh my God. It's such a bummer. So I've got this little speaker, and what I'm going to try to do is like if I'm walking, and I think if I'm walking downtown in Baltimore.
Thomas Vermeeren says Craig didn't kill it. The bug was already died.
It was. Oh look, there's a deer up. There's a couple of deers up on the hill. Deers. I said deers. That's not the proper English. FYI, everybody. I think what I'm going to do is have this little speaker on my shirt.
Very disappointing. That Thomas Vermeeren says I don't kill BCW.
You don't kill? No, I do kill. I kill bugs sometimes. It's just, I mean, not, I don't just pick bugs randomly. I have noticed this year, speaking of bugs, I've noticed that the mosquitoes, I see some of the biggest mosquitoes I've ever seen in my life. I feel like I need to take a picture because they're like, something's going on with mosquitoes. I've never seen them this big. Like from, they always have the long leg situation. But this is just like a very, this, I've seen mosquitoes this year that are like four, maybe 5 inches long from toe to toe. I don't know if they have toes. They have legs. But anyway, I'm going to take a picture of a mosquito because they're.
Says, but with a speaker everyone around you will hear also. That could be awkward.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, I was thinking of it like walking down the street in Reisterstown, or maybe walking through the Inner Harbor downtown in Baltimore. A couple of things that I have in mind that I want to do. I mean, I wouldn't have it that loud. I think I'd have it on my shirt, relatively close to my mic, because one thing I really do like, as far as being able to like take
Thomas Vermeeren says I don't kill insects. Craig, insects are important. Man, nature's beautiful itself.
Yeah, I mean they do. They serve a purpose. That's true. But I do kill them. I have to admit that I kill bugs sometimes. Not aggressively. Flies, definitely flies. But I like the fact that when I'm watching my videos and I'm taking a clip out of one of my videos, I like the fact that I can hear what you guys are saying in the video. Like if somebody's watching on TV, I think there are a lot of, I personally, it's just me. I mean,
Anna says I think it would be less confusing if you could pause the chat.
If I could pause the chat, what do you mean? Oh, while I'm talking, you mean? Yeah. That's true. But there are people, I mean, I know people that absolutely drives them crazy. They don't like the chat. I kind of like it. I like the fact that people can hear it if they're not watching the chat. I like that it's in the clip. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's above the fact that I couldn't follow the chat while I'm driving. So it's really the only way that works for me.
Anna says okay with only a few people in here, but what if chat was nonstop?
I don't find that chat is nonstop, even when there are hundreds of people in a chat. And I mean, if you look,
Paula says there was a walking in NYC that had it, but it couldn't keep up.
I mean, at some point you can just ignore, I mean, not ignore it, but you don't have to respond to every single thing that somebody says. I mean, that happens if people are trying to keep up with reading it.
Vermeeren says in Craycray HDR, yeah, bit is beautiful, and bugs are nice too. Killing animals is disrespectful. So I don't kill. I am peaceful. At Paula says you reading my mind again, Donna.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It seems to be working, at least from my perspective. It's a very small percentage of people in most chats that actually do talk. Like if you look at rooms that have like 100, 200 people, 400 people, this skater, he's got like 400 or 500 people watching him sometimes. But there's only, I'm going to say my estimate is about 5. There's never more than about 5% of the people that actually type anything in chat. I mean, some are different. Like, I don't know if you watch the Kendra chats, she has a high concentration of chatters. It's just because of the way that's the group that gets together for Kendra's live streams are active chatting people. So she might have 30 people, 40 people in the room, and 20 of them are chatting or participating in the chat. That's a pretty high amount. I mean, I might have to adjust this.
Paula says, I think it's great. I would like to try it, but I think an earbud would be more comfortable, especially when in public.
Yeah, well, John does the earbud thing. Yeah, in public, I agree.
Thomas Vermeeren says, I see this beautifully nature here. Peace. I am a peaceful person. I like that too. See.
I'll try to swerve out of the way if I see a bug coming.
Paula says, if you adjust the speaker volume quickly, it would be cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm going to play around with it. Because I figured even if I don't use it under those circumstances, it's such a small little thing that I could keep it in my bag as a backup if I needed a speaker for some other reason. Like if this one gave up for some reason. But I mean, I do admit, like when we get to the point where we've got 2,000 or 3,000 people in the chat, it might get too busy. I might have to do something different. But for some reason, I think that problem is a long, long time away.
Paula says maybe we remove all windshields and rear windows. This way the bugs could just fly through and not die.
Well, what if it hits that one? The one that just hit the windshield this morning would have hit me right in the face. It would have been straight. Well, actually, it's right about my mouth level too. I would have probably eaten that bug. That one would not have gone through. I mean, it's a very good idea. Try to save the life of a few bugs. I think I need to get gas today. I didn't realize we're almost down to a quarter tank. Look, now nobody's chatting. See? This is what I'm talking This is what I'm talking about. Wow, I didn't do the other thing.
Paula says you would have lived, you big baby. At Thomas. Vermeeren says our reading is he died already. Also a good idea, very healthy.
Well,
At Thomas.
I would've-
Vermeeren says damn, beautiful road views today. Wow.
I would
At
have.
Donna says we are deep in thought.
I would have. Yeah, there you go. I would have lived. Yes, I agree. I would have lived. I would have been probably healthier for it because he would have gone right into my mouth.
Thomas. Vermeeren says chillaxing slow TV. Wow.
It's just a Friday morning. Yeah, so when I had to go check to see if they had the check for us because they pay us once a week, or usually it's about once a week. And the check that was there for us today looks like it only has 2 days.
Paula says you are close to 500 and I know you should have the hours. Let's go.
Yeah, I have to put out some more videos. I think that would help.
Thomas. Vermeeren says always nice to be kind and live. Some damn people aren't that so bad, not me. At Tuber Chat says word up.
Hey, Tuber Chat. Good morning. Happy Friday. Oh, Tuber Chat might know. So we had a question about Canada Dry. I'm assuming that Canada Dry, the soft drink, I'm assuming that it was originally coming from Canada. But is it like a Canadian company? That's our question. We have a Canadian now.
Thomas.
Canada.
Vermeeren says hi Tuber Chat, welcome in too kind one.
Canada
At
is
Donna says
represented.
so did some organizing yesterday and now I can't find anything lol. At Tuber Chat says shared on Reddit. At Paula says short.
Thank you.
You get subscribers from them. At Paula says
Yes,
hello Kevin.
That's true.
At Tuber Chat says at Thomas. Vermeeren at Paula 6448 at Donafu 594 hello. At Thomas. Vermeeren says Tuber, I am very kind and don't kill.
He doesn't kill. Bugs. We were talking about bugs. I'm assuming that it's beyond that, but the particular reference was to bugs. Goodness.
Super Chat says apparently invented in Canada, but Coca-Cola distributes it. Paula says I think they are part of Pepsi or Coca-Cola.
Yeah, there we go. That was what I was thinking. I didn't have a strong enough feeling on which one, but I kind of figured it was one of those two. But yeah, it did originate in
Super
Canada.
Chat says at Thomas. Vermeeren I've been known to maim, but that's it. Otherwise kind. At Hollis says those Canadians are very smart.
Yeah, I don't kill either. I frustrate. I can frustrate people. I've never frustrated a bug though. Flags for the heroes display.
Thomas Vermeeren says, but I eat meat only for food.
Yeah, I eat meat. Not a lot of meat though. I'm mostly a chicken, fish person, personally. I do eat like hamburgers and stuff, but I'm not a big steak person. Probably just lost all our Texas viewers. I just don't eat a lot of it. This is where we had the bucket incident. I wonder if that bucket's still over there. Bob thought that was pretty funny.
Hollis says, why did I suddenly want a ginger ale?
I know. It's a very unique flavor. I'm looking over there. I don't see the bucket anymore. I think they picked up the bucket. I think it's frequently like, isn't Canada Dry like ginger ale and what's the other one? Aren't they mixed with alcohol a lot too? I think it's used a lot.
Super Chat says, I find the Canada Dry ginger ale, tonic water, and club soda to be the sharpest.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, it definitely has an impact on your mouth.
Hollis says, any indications of after bucket impact damage? At Tuber Chat says, gin and tonic, rye and ginger, rum and coke, etc.
Yeah.
At Thomas Vermeeren says, Tuber, our Belgian Fontaine waters are also owned by Coca-Cola Company nowadays also too. Maybe the Canada Dry USA part. The brands of drinks not always same owner if you see its globally distributions.
Yeah, Coke's bought up anything that's drinkable. Now, Holla, we didn't have any. I don't think it really made it very far under the van. It must have been sort of near the front. That was so funny.
Super Chat says, in Canada we have only a fraction of the brands and flavors that our American friends have. At Hollis says, any use of root beers in adult beverages. At Thomas Vermeeren says, and brands can switch by the owner from time to time.
True. Root beer, I don't know about root beer in like mixed drinks. But that is a whole nother soda. A&W. When I think of root beer, I think about root beer floats. I don't drink root beer a lot. Actually, I don't drink. I don't drink a lot of soda too anymore. Really. Coca-Cola occasionally. Let's see what Highs is charging for gas today. Let's see if they're down as low as everybody else. Here we go. Ooh, 409. 409. It's pretty good.
Super Chat says I don't know if there are any super popular drinks with root beer, but I'm sure many people have tried putting every sort of alcohol in it to try.
Yeah.
At Hala says I don't drink any soda either.
Are here. What a day. All right. Let's see what we got. Time is at 6. Ooh, it's only 6:15.
At Thomas Vermeeren says so at USA only Ford, GM USA, but such Stellantis owned nowadays some USA origin car brand, are Delhaize nowadays by Dutch hold Delhaize.
Let's see. I didn't even have to call. I looked up
Paula
and
says yeah,
she's just,
I can't think of any either for root.
good morning. All right, let's get these donuts delivered. Which ones do I have? Got a whole. Okay. I'm surprised. They've got a pretty good sized order today. It is Friday though, I guess. All right, where do we want to go today? You want to be on the door? You want to be on the van? Any preference? Hang on, here we go. Let's do the door. There we go. That's the door to go in place. A little bit. There we go. All right. It's yesterday's trays.
Says nothing says weekends like donuts. Kinda go together.
Weekends and donuts. Yeah, but how about you need a donut when you go to work? You know, donut and a coffee. All right, let's see what we got here. First of all, kind of surprised they got all these. Okay. Here we go. Glazed donuts. Mostly glazed. A couple of M&Ms. We have Butterfingers, chocolate glazed, white glazed. And can't tell if I zoomed in too much.
Vermeeren says I don't just give any attention to that thing in my life.
What's he saying? You don't get attention. What do you mean? Sometimes it just takes us a minute to absorb the facts. All right, we got the Oreos, we've got the maple, we've got the fruity pebbles. 6 of them. Remember the day there was a question about the 6 fruity pebbles? We went back and looked at the tape. Chocolate glazed, big. I don't know if that van is going to make it through the drive-through. Cream filled, jelly filled, and 2 cronuts on this tray.
Scott Vermeeren says Craig, the donut man, Baffert, CBD.
Boston cream, strawberry, a couple M&Ms. I didn't really hear whether this guy ordered any cinnamon buns, large Danish. And then there are little mini Danishes. We're a little far away today, but see those 2 little white ones in the middle? Their favorite, coconut. Boom! Let's take this in. I'll be right back. Good morning. All right, guys. That's what a day. Go out here and wash my hands. All right. We're good to go. See the sun. The sun really gets in your eyes over there, though. Okay. Deliveries are done. Time to get some gas. On our way back, we are going to stop and get gas. I didn't realize that, so I didn't bring a cookie. for our favorite gas station attendant in the world. But we got to do what we got to do.
Anna says sitting here thinking about the profit on each donut.
I mean, I think it's a reasonably profitable product. I probably shouldn't be giving away any kind of bakery pricing secrets. But yeah, I
Paula
think.
says, have you ever thought to calculate how many calories you transport daily?
No, but that would be a kind of a fun thing to try to figure out. We should be able to do that. Sort of an estimate. I'll have to remember to do that. Figure out like per donut. But the problem is there's probably quite a range of calories. Like a glazed donut is going to be, I think, a lot less calories than like one of those super stuffed, cream-filled donuts. I think. I don't know. See those flags on the left-hand side over there? There's like 3 areas along here where they have those clusters of flags. So I think there'd be a variety, but we could get a rough estimate. I mean, like I could probably, if there's a calorie count on a website like Dunkin' Donuts, I could probably figure it out. You know what I mean? Like we could probably take like their cream-filled donut and then just add, you know.
Paula says, I was sitting here thinking
25%.
about why can't you just use your second phone as a speaker while you're walking. At Thomas here in store, Craig can start with her free donuts and etc. Guys. At Paula says, yes, we would need a calorie chart.
Well, you could. I thought of it. Yeah, Holly, you could. I mean, it is my second phone that is the speaker, right? It's just projected to a wireless, a Bluetooth speaker. But I would think if I'm walking around, the phone's probably going to be in my pocket because I'm going to have the gimbal in one hand and I could have the phone in the other hand, but if I wanted to have my other hand free, the phone would probably be in my pocket. And you could still probably hear it. But then I definitely don't think you'd hear it on the live stream. Like the people, like you wouldn't hear when your message came through. And you wouldn't hear it later, I think. I don't know. But I'm gonna have that thing today. It's supposed to show up today. Actually, the one that I got is made by DeWalt. I don't know why they make wireless speakers, but it's a DeWalt, like the tools product. And it looked pretty small. Some of them were misleading. Like when I was looking through the products on Amazon, I had typed in small Bluetooth speaker, And I mean, there were a couple on there that were like, you know, 6
Paula says
by
a wrist strap like people use when they jog. And you could also, if you look at chat, if volume is lowered.
True. Well, I can look at the chat. Actually, the chat that is displayed on StreamBuddy is easier to read than the chat that's on YouTube. And it doesn't disappear, which I know you've got that fixed because you're doing Prism now. But it's very, and you can like blow it up. Like you can actually make it, if you really do want to make it so that you're reading the chat, you can increase the size of the text on the using StreamBuddy. It's a pretty good app.
Thomas Dr. Mirren says, Greg, I use tech creatively, not technically.
I use tech creatively, not technically. I would put myself in that category. But who uses it technically? Don't you think most people probably use it? Like it's just a tool to do something else. Right? I mean, unless you're a programmer or something. When you're using technology.
Thomas Dr. Mirren says, nice roads for Craig. Lucky you. At Hala says, oh, that's interesting. You can increase the font size. At Thomas Dr. Mirren says, I don't see it technically, only the specs for to be creative.
See, that's the area that I think we don't have to worry about AI, right? AI is really never going to be able to compete with human beings about when it comes to creativity.
Paula says the mini speaker will come in handy, as you say, for many things. I had one for my desk. At Donna says, anyway, pretty cool that we can chat with people from all over.
It is
At Thomas
pretty cool.
Dr.
It's very
Mirren
cool.
says, I want to be at the place where Craig is too.
Yeah, this part of the ride, I feel like recently this part of the ride has been a little pixelated. Maybe it's getting better. I hope it gets better. I don't know if I've optimized my
Paula says, like when you're working in the yard or whatever.
yeah. I do wear earbuds when I'm cutting the grass. And that's much nicer now because, you know, I got an electric lawnmower and I was a little hesitant to do it, but it was a good thing. I like having my electric lawnmower now. And one of the greatest things about it
itself
is that it's quieter. It's a lot quieter. So it was sort of a benefit I wasn't expecting, but it's nice.
Thomas Dr. Mirren says, USA is damn beautiful here.
Yeah, we do have some very, very nice countryside. That's what I was really enjoying uh, Chad's skateboarding through Arizona and Texas, and he had some really amazing views. And still does. I mean, it's kind of now where is he? I think he's in Louisiana, and I mean it looks totally different, but it's still pretty really nice looking. I think he's starting to see a lot of snakes. Seemed to be passing quite a few of them yesterday.
Paula says yeah, but I just assumed he would have a vehicle following behind him, like to protect him.
Yeah, he did. The only time I've seen him have Danny's the one driving that support vehicle, and there were a couple of
Thomas Scott
sections.
Vermeeren says holla. Hee hee hee. Nice of that other one.
There are a couple of there were a couple of areas in Texas where he didn't have a cell signal that he could maintain the live stream. So they were on a road where there was enough space for his van to be on the shoulder, and the van drove behind him. So they have Starlink in the van, and he had some really clear pictures out of that. So as long as the van was, reasonably close to him, following him, he was connected to the Starlink that was in the van, and that worked pretty well.
Thomas Vermeeren says nice sun in the view.
It's very bright. Yeah, it's the one good thing about live streaming is, at least for the people watching the live stream, is that you don't get that, oh my God, I can't see look. Because fortunately right now that sun is right behind the rearview mirror. So it's not in my eyes right now, but it is very bright. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I mean, I think it was 5-6 days where it was mostly sunny. It was either completely sunny or mostly sunny for the next 5 or 6 days. And the temperatures are like in the 70s. I apologize, I don't know what that is in Celsius. I think 30s is not. I mean, I'm taking a wild guess, but like maybe 20 something Celsius. I might 25. Oh look, I'm looking across the street. The gas station for Wise, which is the supermarket, they have a gas station, and their price is $3.99. I wonder what BJ's price is going to be. Will it be under $4? That's the question.
Paula says it's going to be a nice day. At Thomas.Vermeeren says this U2 day here makes my day. Thank you, Craig. At Paula
Yeah,
says
I'm glad
perfect
you're here.
weather. Last night was amazing.
$3.99 right there. Yeah, Holly, you gonna get out? Are you gonna? I think you did. Did I see that you did a live stream yesterday? I didn't see it when you were on. I got to try to catch up to that one. What did you do? Because it must have been later in the day. I didn't see you online during the day, but then I saw this morning, I saw evidence that you, I think you did a live stream, maybe? Yesterday was nice too. Here. Oh yeah,
Paula says it better be if they have $3.99.
Yeah, I think it's $3.94. I think. Wow, this is pretty good. This is a good thing.
It says yes. It was a concert in the park started at 7 p.m.
Oh, oh, that's cool. All right, I guess we got to go over here. There's my girl. She's out here. She's out and about. Okay, where are we? All right. Yeah, so there's our price today, $3.94. $3.94. We're gonna get 15 cents off of that, so better get this gas now before something happens. Come on, pick up the card, pick it up. There we go. $3.79. Come out and say hi. How are you? Look, your gas is under $4.
I know, right?
That's all good.
Finally.
$3.79. Check it out. How have you been?
Peachy.
Peachy? At least the rain's over.
Finally.
I know, it's going to be nice for days.
Wait. Sit outside.
All right. All right. Has anybody said? I couldn't find a spot to ask her name. Did anybody mention that we're supposed to be asking her for her name? Uh-oh, lost connection. Oh, why? All right, I'm going to press. She's not reading this. Yes, it did. Press up here. Let me reconnect this as soon as we get out. Now it should go now.
Connected from YouTube. Cannot reach YouTube.
Let's try it when I get out of here. Yes. All right, well, enjoy the sun. You too. I'm Craig, by the way. What? I realize I don't even know your name. I'm Craig.
I'm Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Nice
Good to meet you officially. I did it, guys. I did it. Why do I feel like I'm 6 years old and I'm in a dance? My God. All right, here we go. Crystal. Crystal. I don't know what you guys are saying. I think it's probably good that I can't hear you right now because it's probably embarrassing. All right. Let me stop over here and try to reconnect this thing. Cannot reach YouTube. What the heck? Let's try it again.
Connected from YouTube. Connected to YouTube.
There we go. There we go.
LWBK. Connected to YouTube live stream
she's back.
LDR6AEBLWBK. At Hollis says Craig and Crystal.
Craig and Chris. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a comment like that. I did it. I was like, you know what? We're not going to be talking about this forever. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it.
Hellcat says again, we didn't see any of that exchange, so do we know Craig wasn't just doing a voice for Crystal?
Well, we saw Crystal earlier. Were you here? I mean, I just put...
Anna says smooth move.
That was Crystal.
Hi, I'm Crystal. At Thomas.Vermeeren says Craig, are you single? Or he has just Crystal as new buddy. Hee hee hee.
I am single, but I mean, I see this as a sort of a professional relationship. Crystal. Now we know. At least we can refer to her by her real name.
Paula says so now we nickname for Crystal. At Dicknet says Craig is single to mingle. At Thomas.Vermeeren says just Crystal is friends no more also lovely. Hee hee hee.
Oh, Crystal. Yeah, I mean, I did. Didn't I have the camera out? I got the camera out when she came over first, right? I think I did. But yeah, I didn't want to like pull the camera out, walk over there.
Paula says real names are overrated. We need nicknames. At Thomas.Vermeeren says I am happy single, guys.
There you go. Single in the bell. Oh.
Paula says you did great, Craig.
I did. I just did it. I didn't even have to like mix it into a conversation. It was its own conversation.
Anna says you want to go where everyone knows your name.
That's right. It's like a big episode of Cheers. Counts are spread out on the hill. All right, so we're going to start a new contest to see when Lenny's sign will be fixed so that it's all lit up. Right now it just says Len. So when their sign is on, only Lenn.
Paula says you jumped in the deep end. Good for you, buddy. And Thomas Vermeeren says my AKA is Thomas. You say Thomas.
Thomas. I'm either Craig or Pop Tart. I've taken on the nickname Pop Tart recently. I still have those Pop Tarts, by the way. They're pretty much the only thing in my house now. I haven't gone to the grocery store for a while. But yeah, it's a good day. Good day here on Craycray Ride Along.
Hellcat says Crystal is now calling her coworkers saying, so now I know what that stalker's name is. It's Craig. And Thomas Vermeeren says, damn nice trees.
Yeah, that's stalkers. Stalkers don't introduce themselves. You can't if you know the person's name. Well, I guess they could. No, I was going to say they can't be a stalker, but they can.
Thomas Vermeeren says damn nice houses too.
Oh, here we go. We got buses. Oh, you know what? This bus is stopped right at our I'm gonna have to keep going, but look, same. We're going to have two contests running at the same time.
Paula says I think we need a contest where Craig and Crystal will have their first coffee. And Thomas Vermeeren says hi Cameron, welcome in too.
You know, BJ's, I thought BJ's, I think they used to have a little place to eat, but I don't think they do anymore. I'm sure they don't. I can picture it in my head. They don't have, they used to have an area where you could like buy it was kind of like bowling alley type food. You know, pizza, hot dogs. But they had a little place like that and you could sit there and eat. I'm sure they used to have that, but not anymore. I don't know when they stopped.
Paula says Stevie is planning it already.
Yeah. Well, she's got children. At least one. And no, it's not mine. I've heard her talk about her kid. Kid. I don't know. I don't know if it's more than one. There's so much we still need to learn about Crystal.
Thomas Vermeeren says I gonna take BK salads. Hee. At Paula says now you can say I am Craig. I love cows. Do you also love? At Hellcat says wow, you know a lot about Crystal. What's her social security number? At Thomas Vermeeren says and in Starbucks Americano too.
Oh, there
At
you go.
Paula says cows Crystal.
Starbucks is a good. It's a good first date. No, but you know, if I'm ever gonna like write a letter to BJ's to tell them how wonderful she is at her job, now I know her name. Now, would you assume? How would you spell? Would you spell Crystal with a C? Does anybody spell it with a K? Oh, see, I can never leave well enough alone. I've always got one more question.
Ways.
Yeah, I think that's like a
Paula
50-50
says these are
thing.
questions only she can answer in upcoming conversations.
You know, I once worked with a guy named
Paula
Craig.
says tomorrow's conversation will be, so Crystal, how do you spell your name? While Craig is standing there with pad and pen.
You know, I used to work with a guy named Craig, and he spelled his name Kreg, Craig. So, even the name Craig could be spelled with a K.
Thomas Vermeeren says every time I write with a French big crystal, I gonna think it Crystal from the YT Live ADD.
There you go.
At Paula says what's your middle name Crystal? That might be the next step. At Donna says there was a point in time where people decided to spell kids' names non-traditional way.
Yeah, that's true. They added a level of confusion. You know, I was just thinking, you know, I don't think we didn't hear from Chris today, right? Our UK friend who was suffering in the heat of the UK. I wonder if he bought his air conditioner.
Thomas Vermeeren says guys, Craig must do what he wanna do itself in love. But nice you wanna go for love for Craig. Lovely of the chatters. At Holla says also kids' names became unusual compared to how they once were.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Lots of young Canadian geese out there. Oh, what's that? We got a cat. Look at that cat up there. See? Wild cat, wild cat. Up, we beat Bob. Bob is not back from his trip downtown. All right, here we are. Here we are.
Holla says so this week proved to be quite the name solution week. We found the horse's name and the gas ladies.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got the horse's name too. Hang on. This is a good job. Line that up today quite properly. There we go. Yeah, you're right. We had this. This was a week of names. I don't think I'm going to make a video about Crystal though. I don't see that happening. I don't think that would be a good idea. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for riding along. It's a good day. I don't like to move the angle of the camera. That's why I try to like stop when I talk to you. Tomorrow's going to be pretty much the same thing. We've got the same
Thomas
two
Dot
deliveries
Vermeeren
probably.
says so. Yes, we made it today.
We did.
At Donna says and luckily not name calling. At Holla says he is still on cloud 9. He can't even back the van up.
Did she? I think she got in the van. Is she back there?
Donna says have a great day
No,
all.
she's not back there. I thought maybe she got in the van. All right, guys. Have a great day. I will be back on tomorrow at 5:30. Thanks again. I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's a good ride. And I hope you have a good day, everybody. Enjoy the sun if you've got sun today.
Thomas Dot Vermeeren says great day though to y'all too.